morning, Kilburn. On this week's WKHS News, we talk about safe fall activities, new safety procedures for this year's elections, and we talk to a nationally ranked rock climber from Phoenix Middle School. Your WKHS News begins now.
Good morning, Kilbourne. This is your WKHS News for October 15th, 2020. I'm Tommy Hudek. Worthington's very own Phoenix Middle School is home to a nationally ranked rock climber. Julie Berry and Griffin Thornton fill us in.
Mirabelle Thornton is an 8th grader at Phoenix Middle School who will be attending Worthington Kilbourne High School next school year. She is a nationally ranked rock climber who has competed in national events throughout the United States and currently trains here in Columbus, Ohio at Vertical Adventures. We talked to Mirabelle, her training partner Aiden Klingam, and her father to learn more about her journey to becoming a professional rock climber.
How long have you been rock climbing?
I've been rock climbing for around 6.5 years.
And how has COVID-19 affected your season?
Well, COVID-19 has completely canceled our season, but we are going to have competition starting next month, and our rock climbing gym opened up around 2 months ago, and our Team Vertical, our climbing team, started around 2 weeks ago.
What would you say is your biggest goal right now?
My biggest goal right now is to compete at Worlds. So to do that, you have to compete at nationals and get top 3 in the nation.
Where did you get your inspiration to start rock climbing?
I started rock climbing because I watched a movie called Brave, and the main character's name is Merida, and she climbs outside beside a waterfall for around 3 seconds of the movie, and I was like, I have to do that.
What is your favorite part about competing?
I love competing at different states and places like that because I get to meet new people that I've never met before, and I have a ton of friends from a ton of different places around the United States.
And where have you traveled for your events, and what would you say is your favorite place that you've traveled?
Some of my favorite places I've traveled are places like Utah and Oregon, California, and Georgia. We're also going to go to Texas soon. Some of the other places we've gone that are kind of closer are places like Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania and Washington, D.C.
When did you know Mirabelle was so serious about rock climbing?
Well, she was always interested in in climbing. She always climbed fences and trees and different things like that. And there was this at the Ohio State Fair. There was a big ear of corn, this big metal ear of corn thing that had these climbing holds on it, and she did really well at that. And so, we were always looking for things to get her into when she was real young. So she did gymnastics for a little while, and she was pretty good at it, but didn't love it. She did soccer for a while, and she was pretty good at it, and she didn't love it. And then when she was probably, 6 or 7 maybe, we found a Groupon for the rock climbing gym near here, just for some rock climbing lessons. And so we got the Groupon, and she started doing it, and she loved it and has been into it ever since.
How long have you known Mirabelle?
6 years, 6-7 years.
And how has she improved since you've met her?
I have seen her get more confidence as a person, and her technique and endurance has just improved a lot.
Mirabelle's next competition will be at the beginning of November. We wish her the best of luck. This has been Griffin Thornton and Julie Berry, WKHS News.
The 2020 election is in full swing, and we're getting ready for the pivotal vote. Julia Haddon and Sadie Walker tell us about the new procedures during the COVID-19 pandemic.
During COVID, it's important to stay safe while exercising your right to vote. There are many ways to do so.
I plan to vote early in person this year at the Franklin County Board of Elections office.
This year, I will be doing an absentee ballot, and I will be mailing in my vote.
I will be voting in person.
Poll workers are also there to ensure safety of voters.
So when we go, obviously we encouraged a bunch of people to do mail mail voting, so like you don't have to go in and there won't be as many crowds. But if you do go, we're gonna have spots on the floor for you to stand, and everybody's gonna be wearing a mask, and then we're gonna give out a bunch of hand sanitizer. And then for it, I'm gonna be working at a kiosk, so like I will be doing most of the touching it, so nobody else will. And I'll be wearing gloves, and then when the voters do their votes and they'll touch it, then I'll wipe it down after each person.
Another precaution we are taking is students won't be in the building.
Election day is a day where the public has access to our building, and so students, we usually cordon off that hallway so that we have security in our building. Security is the number one priority here at Worthington Schools, and on election day, we open our building up to everybody in the public. And so we like to keep separation between students and the public.
No matter how you vote, you will still be safe doing it. This has been Julia Haddon, Sadie Walker, WKHS News.
The summer has just ended, which means fall is officially underway. Even during a pandemic, there's still some festive fall activities we can all participate in. Maura McClone and Emmy Smolin tell us more.
Fall is typically a season full of fun activities for Kilbourne students.
I like to watch and play football.
I play field hockey, and I usually go to a pumpkin patch with my family.
With COVID restrictions, people are rethinking their choices.
I would normally go to a haunted house, but I don't know the COVID restrictions.
People don't need to be discouraged. There are still ways to participate in activities this season safely.
Going to a pumpkin patch versus going to an apple orchard, they're equivalent. So it's a daytime event. Typically it's moms with younger children. Hopefully they're abiding by what the health department and CDC guidelines are stating in terms of basically stay at home if you're sick, wear a mask, be smart, use hand sanitizers, and just be cognizant of other people in their space. So I think that they're both very safe avenues of ways to spend time in this fall season. When it comes to a haunted house, I think that poses a different set of issues. Typically, those are obviously at night. It's dark. It's going to be much more difficult to regulate social distancing, wearing masks, and being safe.
I'm pretty confident. About the kids going trick-or-treating. We probably won't have them go in a group. We'll probably have them just go with us this year. And I think that at least in our neighborhood, we'll be able to figure out a way that we can do it safely and maybe have people just put candy out on the table and let kids kind of pick their own piece. And I think we can work that out in a way that'll be safe.
This has been Maura McClone and Emmy Smolin, WKHS News.
This has been your WKHS News. Cross country has a meet at Westerville North, so be sure to wish them luck. Also, our football team's heading down to Akron tonight for the next round of playoff football. We have no school tomorrow, so be sure to have a fun and safe long weekend, Kilbourne, and always remember to keep it classy.
Talk to a...
Ken has muscles. I'm getting dressed, so probably not.